Isn't it funny how we often dream of what our homes would look like, what my dream room should be like? Well, this project was kind of like an aspirational journey for me, but it became more than that. Hello, I am Zara Athar, a student from IIDL4. Our first project, Game of Homes, introduced me what a space is actually. Earlier, I used to think a room is just a room, but after that, I started introspecting within me that what a home really means to me. We started by learning about how light plays a part in a room and a space, and then I understood how accent light can change the whole environment of a room, and it can just alter the mood and uplift the space. And after learning about ergonomics and anthropometry, I understood of why I'm always like अपने बेड से ऐसे टकराती क्यों हूँ मैं हर टाइम. तो उसके आफ्टर दैट आई अंडरस्टूड कि देयर इज़ अ नीड फॉर how we perform in a space, how we function in a space.
Hi, I'm Spurti Bharadwaj. I'm an L4 student from the Interior Architecture and Design Department, and I will be talking about our second redesign project that was called Stranger Spaces. So for me, initially, the biggest difference I felt was that in the fact that this is a commercial project in contrast to our previous one, and through context and design, I saw that it's on a much larger scale in terms of documentation, and stakeholders are a lot more. The most challenging part, I'd like to underline challenging, was the 1:1 model that we fabricated, from having to work in such a large group, working with people and the whole power dynamic, and then sourcing materials and then actually putting everything together. I remember very specifically there was a lot of back and forth about us putting up a wall, and no matter how much we iterated or made drawings or even discussed with our teachers, we never knew what would happen once we actually put it up. And surely enough, when we did put it up, it fell apart the second it stood. That was a very emotionally and mentally demanding part of the project, but as much as I say that it was challenging or stressful, now I know that all of those mistakes gave me a majority of my learnings that I hold now, and I really understand how realization of space is different from when you design it.
Hi, I'm Smriti Tandon. So the particular craft that we were introduced to was Mura making. We started with understanding. This is still like a very done stage of it, but we started with understanding this material, sarkanda sticks. We were introduced to this rope called a dab in Hindi. We were introduced to the process of how you lay the mat, the pattern of these sarkanda sticks, and how you carefully fold them into this circular shape. You tie them, you really have to use all your force, all your might to tie it tightly for it to achieve this strong shape.
So I'm Shivangi. I'm from L5, and I worked on the project called Craftiteria. The brief of the project was to design a cafe in which we incorporated elements of indigenous crafting techniques into the already existing contemporary setting that we currently have, of course. So the idea was to take into account the significance of sustainability and in a way replace industrial materials with craft techniques and the already existing Indian crafts that we've got. I think Indian crafts, to be specific, are inherently sustainable. They come from a place of morals and values which have a certain amount of respect for the environment. So given that intrinsic nature of sustainability, I think it's more efficient to take those techniques and utilize them in the contemporary setting.
We recently had an opportunity to host the students of IIAD in Bhopal and organize a workshop on weaving. It was basically a workshop on charpai weaving, and we had a lot of fun, and I hope the students also enjoyed it. In fact, the artisans who were teaching the students were also very happy because they were telling me that the students are really quick learners and they achieved a lot in just 2 days.
So, hi everyone, I am Nabila Tariq. I did my Heritage in Design project as a part of Khohar Haveli, which is a site in Sohna Road, Gurgaon. This project, I would say, had the context study had a really important role because we went to a village and we were to design something in that existing building which should look appropriate. We cannot propose some sort of a mall, like people will not come and enjoy that kind of situation in that building. So after a lot of rigorous context study, this time in this project, I had to do a separate site study as well to an akhada because I was presenting and designing an akhada in that Haveli. So I gathered all the data, the population, the gender study, what all people do in that area, to arrive to the fact that yes, an akhada is the most appropriate and logical building typology I can propose.
I'm Sia. I'm currently in the final year of the interior architecture degree. The real departure from studio learning when I went to the internship was throughout L3 and L4, we were always doing hypothetical projects. So really the limits were non-existent. The opportunities were endless in terms of the actual implementation of the project. When I went to internship, I realized that there were some constraints that we were functioning in the real world in terms of how you implement certain projects or certain designs. So that's primarily the knowledge that I came back with in terms of how to actually make a design feasible and how to actually have real world implementation for your creativity. And I've been working on the rehabilitation of care levers. What really solidified my belief in the topic and connected me to it was the current state of the youth in the institutionalized care system. And so when I was going through studies, did primary studies, and had a lot of research, had numbers and statistics, it really just proved my point to myself on why this topic was necessary to be worked upon and why I should be the one to do it.
Hi, I'm Rashika Lungani. I'm an interior architecture and design student at IID, currently in level 6. My MDP project is called Life in a Metro, which is mainly about redesigning public transit spaces for a holistic public use. And what inspired me to take it up was a transit to the metro station itself, where I remember going to the Mandi House metro station and I was really taken aback by how such an expensive public structure is being used just for one purpose. And that really inclined me to try and redesign it and see how, if we are creating this expensive public infrastructure that is dividing and connecting our city at the same time, how it can be used more towards use by the public and can have multi-functions that move away from just it being a transit hub.
I think social impact in general has been a large theme throughout the last 3 years, where we've done projects like Pink Toilet, which are sort of touching upon a certain social issue, and we've done projects like Reimagining Heritage, which was again touching upon this issue of the implementation or the inculcation of culture into the lives of these daily citizens.